one series against a team that you maybe should be taking. So looks like we got some banter back and forth. There's a have
No
fun
luck.
with no luck from Vincento, all capitals as well. So some extra twist to it, and then even Spartan's writing out the full good luck and have fun. So looks like there is definitely some respect. Of course, these guys have played each other through multiple years. Very well. But it really...
It takes us all the way back to, what was it, 2016, 2017, Boston Major. A few of these guys are major runner-ups, you know, when they were playing back on Adfinum. So they've got a lot of experience. I'm just keen to see, like, what is... I'm not really sure if Spartan's going to be able to play that same sort of style that he's become so famous for.
Oh, no. Oh, not like this. Not like this, dude. Ah, Vincento. He's just,
Little deep.
Yes. They're quite deep. Did he have a ward? He had a sentry. So, I mean, with where he was pathing to, would have got that D ward. Unfortunately, like you said, a little bit deep for that time. So, that's not how you want to start this final tour off, giving over first blood. And who got it as well? What do you know? The mid laner. Very cool.
Fantastic. The Magnus, busted hero.
Oh, he's got bottle.
Isn't that fun?
Honestly, man, this could make this lane very bearable now for Wish. Yeah, which is a big thing. Like Queen of Pain, we all know this hero can easily out-harass someone with the dagger spam. Maybe it's a little bit different because the mag can have a decent amount of HP regen with going like a bracer, but you've got a bottle now to start. So this could really swing the matchup, which should be Queen of Pain favored to like much more even.
Yeah, Quap hasn't even leveled up anything yet, so I wonder if the bottle being picked up is actually going to change any of his attitude towards everything. And you talk about harass. Look at the bottom side of the map. Spartan, he's already popped the salve for this lane because he went level 1 telekinesis just to be able to secure that that bounty rune to be able to start the game off. So they clearly want to hit the ground running, but it's going to come at the cost of what is happening in this bottom lane in terms of just getting harassed out by the techies. Rue is going to be able to out-trade him this entire laning stage.
What about top lane, though? Of course, we got the ever so stable Medusa for Otaka and Skylark on his Lycan. This seems like more of a farming lane. Are there any other shenanigans that can maybe come out here, though?
Doubtful. I mean, I think Skylark is going to be pretty happy if he's just able to farm, right? Just because we know that it's going to take a little bit for Lycan to be able to be truly present in a lot of these team fights, right? Like, you're going to get slowed down by a Shadow Demon. You're going to get slowed down by a Pit of Malice. You're even going to get slowed down by a bit by the techies. So maybe it's just the attitude of, you know what, I'm not actually going to make plays. Ivy don't really have the tools to be able to do so. So if we're able to get farm on all three of our melee cores that are going to be able to use Empower, I can get into that Helm of the Overlord. I can get into that Aghanim Scepter. And you mentioned that it would be hard to get onto the backlines, but if you give the Wolf Bite over to the Void Spirit, he could just completely rip apart that Shadow Demon and suddenly it's all systems go.
Yep. Which is definitely going to be, regardless if he gets the bite for Pio, that's going to be his game plan. Like, support's #1 for him to be able to jump. And I really wonder what his item build is going to be as his game goes on. Like, is it just your stock standard mid build with the Echo into the Manta, into the Nullifier, then you can kind of go from there? Or is there going to be a little bit of a twist to this carry Void Spirit?
I think you get a lot of value out of the Manta, of course, both in terms of the damage and, you know, being able to avoid the pit, for example, not being slowed down by the Shadow Strike from the Queen of Pain. By the way, has put a couple of points into it, so despite the fact that you're going up against an early bottle and an early bracer, still going to be needed just to keep yourself in the lane, you know, copping a few cleaves just from the Empower here.
Does seem like there's going to be a lot of emphasis this game with stacks, right? You've got a Medusa on Ivy, then of course you've got a Mag with Empower on Monaspa, so do we think that's something that the supports need to be considering already at this stage of the game?
I think it's something that Desire could certainly look to consider, right? Skylark, I believe, has the Helm of Iron Will coming out to him, so now he's a whole lot more survivable, and we've been talking about this Deuce Shadow Demon not really being the biggest kill lane.
Oh, nice blast off. Okay.
So it's not really a strong kill lane, so you can afford to, you know, move away on this Mirana. You can see he's already made a rotation to pick up the Bounty Rune, might stick around for the 4-minute Water Rune, might even be able to get a stack off as well in the meantime, but seems like he wants to... What's he doing? He's not body blocking. He's just getting a little bit of vision around the Watcher.
Again, like we were saying though, with that bottle getting delivered from Wish to start the game, reminder, he's 21 and 6 compared to the 17 and 3. So Queen of Pain, that is supposed to body lanes, or at least that's a big reason why you draft her. He's currently not, because the first blood that was given over to Wish. So,
man, I'm gonna feel so bad whenever we talk about Wish. You know, a lot of the time when you think of like, you know, budget versions of something, you say like the Wish blanket. So it's like, he's not that bad.
But you're bringing it up. Huh? I never said he was that bad.
No, I never said he was bad either. I'm just saying it. People could construe it that way. That we're kind of flaming him when we say, you know, the Wish, you know, so and so hero.
Yeah, but the Wish has plenty of other meanings as well.
Go on, list them.
He's a wishful guy. Wish is it's important to wish for things, no?
What do you wish for?
I'm trying to think of
world peace is the easy response.
Answer. World peace. See, I was trying to think of a response like that, or one that would be a little bit more personal. World peace is what I wish for.
Wow,
I wish for your happiness and health, Danog.
Oh,
that's what I wish for.
The nicest thing you've ever said.
So we were speaking about Piero's item build before. He's got a diffuser blade queued up, and meanwhile, Vincento is also getting chased down as well with nice body blocks out of Skylark. They might be able to get the kill. Nova level up in the Star Soul node. Desire still in level 2 at the moment, so lacking some of the damage to be able to chase Vincento down. But yeah, Piero's got a diffusal queued up, so okay, very interesting.
Sure. I mean, you're up against a Deucer, right? Feels pretty solid to be able to get that one out. Honestly, even against an Underlord, right? Unless he gets into an early-ish mana boots, then you're going to have a little bit more challenge if he starts laying in some of these right-clicks onto you. I mean, that was naturally just going to happen. You know, Shadow Demon don't do much for the lane. This is definitely a hero that you pick up for the mid to late game, not so much the laning stage.
So, with that being said, where do you think this hero is best suited? In the safe lane or the off lane? Is a 4 or 5?
I have an opinion. The only reason you really
is.
want to pick it is if they're like so heavily committal on a bunch of single target spells, or if you've got, sorry, I'm just looking at Pio on this bottom lane, getting dived a little bit here, but it'll dodge out the sticky bomb damage. Or you're up against like Wind Ranger and these other style of heroes that you just need to make sure are purged. Even like an Ursa, Shadow Demon's pretty good against it because again, very single target, and the Demonic Purge is going to get rid of those overpowers as well.
Yeah. I hope he's able to continue to make some stacks around this top side of the map, but I think that's really one of the big benefits with you playing in the off lane as a 4. And I think this hero is...
I think he's made any so far.
No. So... Well, I mean, we see Desire's already starting to make a couple. That is a triple the Ancients, triple the Hard as well, so...
You should be doing, so I like it from him, right? You're totally safe with the Lycan in this lane. He's a good 400 net worth ahead of the Medusa right now, not really being bullied at all. Even holding just the Diadem in the backpack instead of the Iron Branch.
Man, I just took a look at the net worth and saw Moonlights compared to Wish as well.
Yep.
That's... I mean,
the difference a bottle can make.
So, one big thing about the Magnus, in fact, I think we even spoke about this maybe today or yesterday in one of our casts, that this is not an active mid laner. Like, you will be farming for 15, let's say 15 to 17 minutes, something like that. We see at the moment there's a lot of very active mid laners. Queen of Pain, Puck, all the spirits to add into there as well. And... it's going to be a bit of a concern for Monaspa. I think the one nice thing is that you have a very stable offlane. Skylark is always going to be able to get his farm as Wish. No hesitation. Just drop the RP. Got the DD as well. Plenty of damage to be able to get the kill. Like we were just saying, he's not wanting to rotate. So if he sees a free kill that he can use RP on, he's more than happy to do so.
Yeah, I was almost wishing that with that double damage that he had...
Poteko, is he going to have enough health? Oh my lord. The one time you see Medusa when the mana goes, usually a pop, but this time not enough.
Sento as well. He is pretty donezo here. He's going to get chased down with the remnants of that shapeshift. quick kill onto him, and I mean, it's going to be a while until the Medusa gets back into this lane as well. What I was saying before is I kind of wish that Wish went over after killing the techies with that RP and just took away some of the stuff that he was stacking. You know, he should probably know that this is the area that he was looking to get. He already had 4 points in the Empower, and he had double damage as well. Well, this is a nice little yoink away, though.
Get out, my friends, they're coming.
Run away.
Spartans even trying to scout out if they're taking the Ancients. They want the kill instead. Arrow. Okay, that looked like a hit on my screen. I have no idea. Wish. What's the play now going to be for the Magnus? Just acting strong. In fact, he's definitely a bit of a strong man. Rue is going to find that out now firsthand, but of course, no stuns. Wish is out. Does TP all the way back to base. Needs a refill on the resources.
I feel like there was a patch where giving the high five actually broke your TP at one point. So
really?
If that was still the case, I would have been like, ooh.
Nah, come on. That takes away the classic TP out in their face and not having any stuns, and you ask for the high five.
Gaben's taken that into account. You know, when you survive on a little bit of HP and TP out, you just automatically taunt in their face. You don't even need to trigger it.
It's mental warfare. That's one thing that can never really truly be accounted for. We don't know how much it comes into play.
Let's take
Spawning?
I mean, he's already used the Fade Bolt. Ooh, arrow not on the mark, though. No, they will see the fact that this camp has been pulled, though. So I wonder if they're going to stick around this mid lane for this next little bit. I mean, you've got the tier 1 token just delivered through to the Mirana. You've got Rubik hanging around in the area. We can see Spartan gets a D-ward off and scouts out that some of these stacks are being built. But can't overstay your welcome. I mean, this is an Underlord body blocking you as you try and run away, but Underlord has no boots and no mana either.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Just figured a little bit about the taunting. Just drops the whoops. No level in pit. Out they go. That's a big concern for Ivy. Where are your stuns? That's what we brought up in the draft when you see Shadow Demon techies together. Sport duo can be a little bit awkward. And, I mean, they're using it to perfect advantage on Monaspa. You just have no one to play at the moment with the Queen of Pain. Like, she's ready to go. 4 points up in the screen. You've got the Sonic Wave. Might be waiting for the Witchblade. Looks like this time Spartan's going to end up going down. Oh.
Any chance that you have to get any sort of kill, you take it. Especially if it just gets fed to you on a silver platter like that, like Spartan just did. But it does mean that they body block the hard camp. They protect their ancient camp, but I'm not sure if Deuce is quite ready yet to be able to take it. And if she does move and do that, like, what else on the map are you giving up? This is a Lycan that's getting close-ish to the Helm of the Overlord, just 1,000 gold away.
Yeah, Deuce is not ready yet, but Wish definitely is. Taking a gigantic stack of the Ancients, which means Desire is able to soak up some experience mid lane. And continue to put the pressure on. Tower goes down to the Wolves as well, so they just can't even stand there to defend her. Nope. Easy tower for Monaspa to be able to find. Desire might mean a little trouble with no leap charges. Moonlight pump faking the Sonic Wave, but feels otherwise required. We've got a shapeshift actually from across the map, so Skylark's going to swing on over. And Desire's got an arrow as well, so Lance on the mark. Finds a home deep in the neck of the techies. Man, Monaspa making quick work out of this. They're not messing around. 5,000 net worth lead, 12 minutes in.
That is a 12.5-minute Helm of the Overlord, my friend, and not really something that you want to be going up against when, again, you are severely lacking in damage on Ivy in this early game. That's why they've just been completely free to make moves wherever they want to. You know, the techies does a lot in the lane, but not if you're just having to play with someone like an Underlord who's a little bit more passive. You can see that Mixer, he's anticipating a lot of this action's about to come with a Pit of Malice now putting a couple of points into it, but who even takes this? I wonder if it might even need him to help Otaka look to take some of these ancient stacks. Not sure if he can.
Oh, I don't like this.
On his own, yeah. Deuce needs that farm. She's sitting last on net worth right now. In terms of the cause. It seems like he was just softening it up for her. Maybe. Maybe not. Seems like they're kind of in two minds.
Looks like they're just going to take it. So, I mean, the supports need some experience as well. Both Vincento and Rue only level 5. Now they'll get their ultimates to work with. And maybe that's some of the damage that they were missing for this small skirmish that we saw recently. But like, what is the game plan from Ivy? Is it are they just going to continue to play reactively? But they're down 5,000, make it 6,000 gold now. So what are we hoping out of them over the next couple of minutes?
Yeah, I don't think they have a choice. I think they're just forced to play reactively. So just make sure that you've got plenty of mana to be able to take these fights eventually. Mixer, he can, of course, join any fight that he wants with the Fiend's Gate. He's able to get into the Crimson Guard, then you're going to provide a lot of extra sustain for the rest of your team. But, I mean, Monaspa, they feel ready to be able to make moves right now. Are not going to be off the mark for Vincento, but I mean, they've got the mechanism, they've got the Helm of the Overlord, they've got the Diffusal Blade picked up. Magnus has Harpoon in 5 gold. Like, they've hit all of their timings at a really early stage for Monaspa.
Radiant are scanning. Shadow.
I think go for some sort of smoke here. It's just with the Shadow Demon, but I mean, is this just to get up some deep vision? He doesn't even have an Observer Ward picked up yet.
They will run into my friend, Moonlight? Alright, we'll be able to blink away. So Piero's going to try and jump on over the top. All ultimates committed. Spartan with a stolen blink. Fable up in a couple of seconds. Might be lacking the damage by himself. Now over the northern side, a fight continues to break out. Here in RP, just onto a measly support, but still the numbers advantage going to favor Monaspa as now Skylark and co. No hesitation for them to dive deep under the tower. Taker tries to defend himself with the Stone Gaze. It'll buy him enough time to retreat, but really, it's just moments apiece for him. And now Mixer as well is trying to join him in the afterlife.
They glyph to get a little bit of multi-shot damage.
I mean, they know how truly strong they are. That glyph does pay off in the end. Skylark's going to go down, but Wish, I still had an RP. He didn't even use it before. Onto 2. Moonlight skewered over the top, cancelling any blink potential. What a clean gameplay from the boys of Monaspa.
That's no Wish brand RP right there. That's the real deal. And he was able to just, you know, bait that one, hold it out. But Spartan, he was keeping that Quap out of the fight entirely. And, I mean, we've harped on about it. They are lacking in damage. And if you can keep out the main damage source with your position 5 off the back of what Spartan was able to steal, I think he had a Shadow Strike and he eventually stole the Blink as well. It just makes him so much more survivable in that fight. Eventually barely loses the engagement, but the rest of the team get it done.
And we see how that fight started as well. They just de-warded that cliff on Monaspa. That was the attempt that they had previously on Vincento. So the comms weren't there, that Monaspa were grouping up and already had a ward on that cliff. Moonlight was out of the fight, like you said. And then from there, what could they do? It was just an easy chase down. They could kite the Stone Gaze. Deuce has got no farm, so she's not an issue right now.
No, she's not. It really doesn't feel like she's going to become relevant anytime soon. I mean, it's just the Yasha that she's picked up at this point in time with the Dragon Lance. I mean, level 12 with a Manta, I guess, is the next big thing that you're looking for, but there's really no reason for Monaspa to put the brakes on, you know? They could just look to farm a lot more aggressively now.
Oh, they're going to try and continue to get kills, though. It's another way to be able to find some gold. Pio is out of his mobility, but that will be no issue, as I have no way to continue the chase and very hesitant about going under the tower because I don't see any of the other members. Monaspa starting to bring some extra of the heroes down bottom. We're just going to be able to find the setup, of course, into the arrow. Easy like that. And Skylark, he's already looking for the +1, trying to hunt down some of the supports. Might just go for a Taker instead. There's once again a defensive Stone Gaze, but that's all they'll get out of it. I think they even got a glimpse of Rue. Pio swinging over like he saw someone. No one's going to be home, though.
Oh, you cannot lose this stack. This is your last little bit of farm to be able to play around. They've got the vision, at least for now. And what an arrow.
Oh, and they're going to find him. And still all the creeps are there.
They've got RP as well.
Run, my friend! Get through the gate! Oh, no! The fuse will slow. It's just Pio. Looks like her Taker should be chilling.
I mean, they'll just yoink the farm. They're happy enough to be able to do that. And because of the offensive glyph being used up top just for that multi-shot damage, they don't have the ability to be able to protect this tower. You're already going up against an Ancient Black Dragon this early on, and how are you supposed to stop this? Moonlight, he's got the ult available, but then you have no damage output as well. Looks like they're still going to force them to back off. I'm honestly a bit surprised that they haven't taken this other tier 2 tower, but I guess they're satisfied enough just being able to yoink away one of the bits of farm, as Desire might even be able to survive all this.
He's got the backup to protect. Oh, Moonlight, no way, dude. Piero's got so much damage with his Diffuser Blade. Won't be able to get Rue, but So that's a worthwhile sack. Spartan?
That's just fun.
Might be able to
him.
snipe Rude,
Clip
not
him.
to be. Looks like he's still able to get the kill somehow onto the techies, and worthwhile sacrifices Pure now. He's ready to go once again, but the ultimate's at the ready. This is just a mauling. It's just Ivy sending bodies in, hoping it's going to be enough. Unfortunately, they just don't have the damage, nor the stuns. Pio in some trouble, but I don't think Mix is going to be able to kill him by himself.
Definitely not now. No Lotuses for him to be able to grab down bottom, as Mixer even looking to try and bullying him away. And I mean, Skylark is just popping into that ultimate off cooldown at this stage.
Come on, dude. Did the voice crew really just bait him? You got Wish here, you got Skylark here. Wish? Oh.
Oh, oh.
Oh. What's going on?
Wish
Got
Brand's
the numbers advantage. Don't. Come on. Oh, look at the wraparound. Look at the
He's
call.
been playing great this game. We can let him know when he misses something.
Oh, don't group up! Don't group up! Wish! What a smoke call to wrap all the way around. They were not expecting it at all. They've always been one, make it even 2 steps ahead of Ivy for the entirety of this game 1. What a dominating way for them to start the debut of their third tour. Like you said, it might just be a blip on the radar. And with this performance, it's looking like that's going to be the case. If they can continue to repeat this, then my God.
I mean, the draft by far was superior. You know, we were kind of at odds as to what this last pick was going to be. Was it going to be a Tide? Was it going to be an Underlord? But it would have felt a similar sort of lacking, regardless of what they picked, right? They just don't have any damage right now to be able to contest with what Monaspa are throwing at them. You know, Doom being banned out might have potentially been an option. You can get a little bit more aggressive in the lanes, but of course, banned out first phase, so that was never going to be the case. And well, there's right now just nothing to do with this Helm of the Overlord creep. You've now got a Nullifier as well on Skylark. So, I mean, yeah, this feels very rough for mine, and it's a completed Manta style as well for Pio, so even more damage coming out from him.
And it's got to be so scary as well now heading into the next couple of drafts. Just, they obliterated the Medusa.
Yep.
Like a lot of teams for a while. I know this Medusa is not as strong as what she used to be. She's still a very good carry, but this is now going to free up the draft so much because Ivy, again, this is their backbone strategy, something that they were able to go all through the closed qualifiers with. So the fact that in game 1, Monaspa just looked this clean against it has to be very concerning now.
To me, it's always the case of if you're going to pick Dusa, you build. They're already in shape. Should I guess they want a Roche real quick? Yeah, I guess so. You need to get rid of the big counters. You know, anyone that loves to go for that mana burn, whether it be Pango, Wind Ranger, Anti-Mage, yada yada yada. And you also need to get rid of these heroes that are going to scale better than you, so that if it does go late game, you are by and far the superior late game carry. But if you just give the enemy team something that's strong in the lane, that's strong in the mid game, and strong in the late game, like the Magnus, this is what's going to happen to you. And give them first blood too.
So I guess one thing that maybe does need to be said is that I think going high ground for Monaspa is still going to be a little bit awkward into the spam of the techies, into the Underlord as well. If you can get scepter by them, which is still a long time away from Moonlight, that could help out. But with also that being said, I think Mag has always been known as one of the better heroes to deal with the Medusa because you can just push her out of formation. As we're going to see that be the case here for Mixer. This is supposed to be a tanky hero. Like he's
keep pushing if they want. Like
they might look for Moonlight.
Moonlight Shadow.
Do they have the depth? Oh, for Creep's got aggroed, so Arrow's not going to be there, which was the control they needed. Wish is still coming Nova. RP not going to connect, but Moonlight now is still not to escape. Wish easily able to close the distance. And it was an Arcane with the RP as well, so it's not the longest cooldown, only 70 seconds.
Little silver linings, you know, that's what we need at this point of the game as they look to take the last tower. Once again, no glyph, and they still won't have it for another minute and change. As, I mean, Skylark just feels supremely confident to be able to go in here, and, I mean, they've caught out a techies, so no Underlord, no techies, no quap, no damage, and no protection for this high ground either.
That the butterfly Deucer ain't wanting to come back just yet, but the issue is there's no tier 2s to stop them from going for any more objectives. So we've got Shapeshift ready to go, and also already looking for some more kills as well, as Wish finds another easy skewer. I mean, it's just It's the classic harpoon skewer. It's just so easy. One person steps even an inch over the line, and you're going to know about it straight away.
He has to buy back. It's just completely ruined his net worth. You've got Desire on his Mirana sitting 5th overall on net worth, ahead of the top against the Underlord. He's just been caught again.
Like you said, there's your defender. And now he's gone for 70 seconds. Deuce is still not back just yet. Really wanting to complete the butterfly, but it's going to take too long. They're just swarming further inside the base. It's pillaging time to celebrate with some beautiful kills. Some of the best times of Dota as well inside the base. You know you've won the game. Time to use your spells to their strength. Add to the tally. They're even going to get Otake. Why not? Nice read as well where Otake is positioning. And they're going to hunt it down. Oh, no way. Okay, that is the perfect way to cap out this game of what it's been. He tries to TP in the tree line. Desire throws a random arrow, not even knowing where Medusa was TPing out, and it connects and cancels it. Are you serious?
They were just going for the cliff at the very end there, just to rub salt into the wound, but Wish slightly off the mark. I mean, Desire, we mentioned him, the football star, but you know, right now he could be taking up archery sometime soon because he's really been on point with some of these arrows. Going for another random one there, not going to land. This is just a formality. They could, maybe they can't go through backdoor. Lanes aren't really in the best position to be able to stop that anytime soon. Just look to farm heroes instead.
He got 2! What?
Yep.
How could you get 2 with Harpoon? What? What's that? There we go. They're going to call it. They had enough. We're not even going to get really one last proper fight in as Monaspa just wiped the floor.
I'm going to need damage, Ivy. That's the big difference there.